Imagine this. You open your banking app and see less than $1,000 in your account. Your heart sinks, your mind races. How do you pay the bills, fill up the gas tank, and still dream of owning a home or taking a vacation to Miami? I know how it feels. I've been there, staring at a balance that barely covered the basics. Many of us, guys aged 18 to 40, feel this pressure. Whether you're a young man chasing independence or a dad wanting security for your family, the struggle is real. In the US, 60% of people don't even have $1,000 saved for emergencies. But here's the good news. You can change that. Today, I'm introducing you to the 1% rule, a simple strategy that can transform your financial life. Let's start this journey together and fix the leaky boat that is your budget. Ever wondered why your money seems to vanish before the month ends? It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes. You earn, you spend, and nothing's left. The 1% rule is like a patch for those holes. It won't make you rich overnight, but it gives you control. Think of it as a GPS for your financial life, guiding you to freedom. If you're young, you want to move out of your parents' place and have your own space. If you're older, maybe you're aiming for a bigger house or a secure future for your kids. Whatever your goal, the first step is the same, and I'll show you how to take it, even if you're starting with little. The truth is, most of us weren't taught about money in school. We grew up thinking hard work is enough, but it's not. The wealthy think differently. They make money work for them, and you can too. The 1% rule is a simple, powerful idea used by people who built wealth from scratch. I've had sleepless nights, worrying about bills. I felt the sting of a declined card. But I learned the problem isn't just money, it's how we think about it. The 1% rule helped me turn things around, and now I want to share it with you. Imagine this. Instead of drowning in debt, you start building a future. What if money stopped being a constant worry? This strategy is your first step. It's like a ladder. You climb one rung at a time, but each one gets you closer to the top. Today, we'll cover what the 1% rule is and why it works. So, what is the 1% rule? Simply put, it's a commitment to improve your financial life by 1% each day, week, or month. Sounds small, right? But that's the power. Think of your finances like a muscle. You don't go to the gym and lift 200 pounds on day one, do you? You start light, build strength gradually. It's the same with money. Small, consistent actions create huge results. That's the secret of millionaires. They focus on steady progress, not quick wins. And you don't need much to start, just the will to change. In the US, the cost of living is high. Rent, gas, groceries, everything's climbing. And if you're starting out, maybe with an entry-level job, saving feels impossible. But the 1% rule is designed for people like us. It doesn't demand a fortune, just better use of what you have. Maybe you're thinking, I barely cover my bills. I get it. I've been there. But even with little, you can take that first step. And that step can lead to places you never imagined. Think of someone like Warren Buffett. He didn't start rich, but he began investing small and grew over time. The 1% rule is inspired by that mindset. You don't need to be a finance genius, just start. And the best part? You can apply it today, even with $10 in your pocket. We'll talk about how small changes create a snowball effect. It's like planting a seed. At first, it's just a sprout, but with care, it becomes a strong tree. And your financial tree can shade you for life. Now, close your eyes for a second. Imagine waking up knowing you've got money saved for emergencies, a trip, or that dream home. How would that feel? Relieved? Free? The 1% rule is the path to that. It helps you climb out of the hole and start building. Whether you're 18 and craving independence or 35 and seeking stability for your family, this strategy works. The first step is understanding how it works in practice. Many of us grew up thinking money is complicated, but it doesn't have to be. The 1% rule simplifies everything. It teaches you to focus on what you can control, your spending, your savings, your choices, and most importantly, it gives you hope. I know how it feels to think the American dream is out of reach, but it's not. You just need a plan. And that plan starts with 1%. Let's dive into the details and see how to apply this to your daily life. Here's a truth. You're one decision away from changing your financial life. The 1% rule is that decision. It's simple, practical, and made for guys like us who want more from life. Whether it's getting out of debt, saving for a Vegas trip, or building a solid future, it starts with small steps. Today, you'll learn how to take that first step, and I promise, if you follow this strategy, you'll see results. Ready? Let us move to the next part and figure out how to put the 1% rule into action. Now that you understand the 1% rule, let's put it to work. The idea is simple. Improve your financial life by 1% at a time. But how do you do that daily? First, start by tracking your spending. Grab a notebook or your phone and write down everything you spend for a week. Coffee, gas, subscriptions, everything. You'll be shocked at how small things like a $3 snack add up by month's end. The goal isn't to cut everything, but to find where you can tweak 1%. That's the first rung of your ladder to financial freedom. Think of it like a game. Each small win takes you further. Say you spend $50 a week on takeout. Cutting 1% is saving 50 cents. Sounds tiny, right? But apply that to all your spending and it multiplies. In a month, that could be $10 or $15 saved. And what do you do with that? Save it. Build an emergency fund. In the US, surprises like car repairs or medical bills are common. Having a cushion gives you peace of mind and shields you from chaos. Now let's talk mindset. The wealthy don't spend everything they earn, they invest. And you can start small. If you have $100, the 1% rule says save $1. Next month, try saving 1% more. It's like training a muscle. Start light, get stronger. I did this. I started saving $3 a week, and now I have a reserve that lets me sleep easy. You don't need much, just consistency. And that consistency separates those in the red from those building wealth. Another key, avoid unnecessary debt. Credit cards can be a black hole. In the US, the average credit card debt is over $6,000. If you use a card, pay the full balance every month. If you're in debt, apply the 1% rule. Pay 1% more than the minimum. This cuts interest and gets you out faster. It feels slow, but it's like rolling a snowball downhill. It starts small, then grows. I've battled debt, and this strategy helped me take back control. Let's picture this. You're 22, working part-time, dreaming of independence. Or maybe you're 35, with a family, aiming for a house. The 1% rule works for both. Start by cutting 1% from extras, like that streaming service you barely use. Redirect that to a savings account. Online banks in the US offer better interest than traditional ones. Small moves like this are the foundation of your financial journey. And the best part? You can start today. Got some savings already? Great. The 1% rule works to grow your money too. Say you have $200. Try to boost that by 1% a month. That's just $2. Seems small, but in a year, with consistency, you'll see progress. It's like watering a plant. At first, you don't see much, but over time, it blooms. Your financial life can bloom the same way. The secret is action, even if it's slow. Now, a story to inspire you. I met a guy, Jake, a regular 28-year-old American, driving for a rideshare app. He started with nothing but applied the 1% rule. He cut small expenses like fancy coffee and saved $10 a week. In 2 years, he had $2,000 and invested in an online course. Today, he works in tech and earns triple. The 1% rule got him out of the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, and it can do the same for you. So, start small, but start. Tweak 1% of your spending, save 1% of what you earn. It's simple, yet powerful. Here's a challenge. If you want to transform your finances and build wealth, comment below, "I'm building my future." When I see it, I'll be proud, knowing you're taking that first step to financial freedom. And I'll drop a little heart on your comment. Now that you've commented, let's keep going. Imagine the relief of having savings. Picture not stressing over an unexpected bill. The 1% rule gets you there. It's not about being perfect, it's about progress. If you're young, this gives you independence. If you've got a family, it's security. In the US, the American dream is real, but it takes effort. And that effort starts with 1%. You don't need to be rich to begin, but you need to begin to get rich. Let's move forward and see how to multiply that 1%. I know the journey can feel long, but every step counts. The 1% rule is your secret weapon against stagnation. Tired of living on the edge? Want a better future? Then commit to this strategy. Tweak, save, grow, 1% at a time. In the next part, we'll explore how to make that 1% work for you. Ready to take the next step and start building your future? Now that you've started applying the 1% rule, adjusting spending and saving a bit, it's time to make that 1% work for you. Saving is the first step, but the real power is in investing. Think of it as turning your money into a 24/7 worker. In the US, many fear investing, thinking it's only for millionaires. But the truth? You can start with $5, $10, whatever you've got. The 1% rule helps you make that leap. Let's see how to do it simply and safely. Investing is like planting a seed that grows over time. An easy way to start is with index funds, or ETFs, popular in the US. They're like baskets holding stocks from companies like Apple or Amazon, but you don't need to buy each one. Why does this work? You diversify and lower risk. Studies show ETFs can average 7% returns per year. With the 1% rule, start small. Invest 1% of what you have or save. If it's $100, invest $1. Seems tiny, but it's the start. Now let's talk compound interest, the rich's secret. Imagine you invest $100 at 7% a year. Year 1, you earn $7. Year 2, you earn interest on $107 and so on. It's like a snowball rolling. It grows bigger each year. The 1% rule helps. Boost your investment by 1% whenever you can. If you're young, time is your best friend. Start at 20, and by 40 you could have a solid sum. Even at 35, you can still build something strong. But where to invest? Apps like Robinhood or Fidelity, common in the US, let you start small. Pick safe options like S&P 500 ETFs, tracking top American companies. You don't need to be an expert, just begin. The key? Consistency. The 1% rule is about steady progress. Invest 1% more each month or quarter. I started with $5, and I've seen my money grow. You don't need much, just action. Risk? It's there, but starting small keeps it low. Think of your life in 5-10 years. Imagine having cash saved for a Miami trip, a house, or even a business. The 1% rule gets you there, but you need to commit. Here's a request. If you're ready to make your money work, subscribe to the channel now. It helps me bring more tips like this to you. Subscribed? Awesome, let's keep learning. Another idea is multiple income streams. In the US, many boost income with side gigs, like driving for Uber or selling online. The 1% rule applies. Spend 1% of your time learning a new skill. Maybe an online course in marketing or design, often affordable. I did this. Spent an hour a week learning, and it opened doors to earn more. If you're young, this brings independence. If you've got a family, it's extra security. Start small, but start. No time. I get it. Between work bills and life, it's tough. But the 1% rule is flexible. Spend 1% of your day, just 14 minutes, planning finances or learning about investments. Read an article. Watch a video. Research. Small efforts add up. In the US, the cost of living is high, but you can turn it around. The 1% rule is your tool. It's simple, accessible, and powerful. Let's imagine. You save $50 a month and invest it. Over time, it grows. Say you invest $50 monthly at 7%. In 10 years, with compound interest, you could have over $800. Bump it up 1% each year, it grows more. It's like building a bridge. Each brick matters. The 1% rule gives you the bricks. Whether it's escaping debt or dreaming big, the path is the same. Are you ready? I know starting can feel scary. but think of the relief of money working for you. In the U.S., many face student loans or mortgages. The 1% rule helps you tackle that. Invest in yourself, your knowledge, your future. Billionaires like Mark Cuban say the best investment is in you. Start with 1% and you'll be amazed. The journey to financial freedom is within reach. So, what's your move today? Apply the 1% rule. Save 1%, invest 1%, learn 1%. It's the path out of the hole and toward wealth. You don't need $1,000 to start, just the will. I'm here to help. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into accelerating this and avoiding pitfalls. But first, subscribe if you haven't. Let's grow together. Now that you're saving and investing with the 1% rule, let's speed it up. The secret is consistency, but also strategy. Think of your money as a car. The 1% rule is the fuel, but you need to drive smart to reach your goal. One way to accelerate is boosting your income. In the U.S., living costs rise fast, and wages don't always keep up. So why not spend 1% of your time chasing a raise or a side hustle? Maybe sell online or do freelance work? Small steps lead to big wins. Another tip: automate your finances. Set up an auto transfer to savings or investments each month. U.S. banks and apps like Acorns or Betterment do this for you. Start with 1% of your income. If you earn $2,000, that's $20. Seems small, but it's a start. Automating is like putting your money on autopilot. It grows without effort. I did this and watched my savings grow easily. It's simple and keeps you on track. Watch out for pitfalls, though. A common one is impulse spending. You see a new phone or a Vegas deal and blow it all. The 1% rule helps. Before buying, ask, can I cut 1% and save? If it's a $2,000 TV, save $20 and rethink if you need it. In the U.S., impulse buys wreck budgets. I've fallen for it, but learned to wait 24 hours. Often the urge fades and the money stays. Another trap is costly debt. Credit cards and high-interest loans are dangerous. In the U.S., card interest can top 20% a year. Use the 1% rule. Pay 1% more than the minimum on your bill. This cuts interest and frees you faster. If you're in debt, focus on the priciest ones. I struggled with this, but targeting the right debts brought relief. You can do the same and breathe easier. Now, let's boost your investments. If you've started with ETFs, how about upping it 1% every few months? Say you invest $50 a month. Try $51 next, then $52. Compound interest multiplies. Studies show early investors build more wealth. If you're young, this is gold. Older? You can still build security. Don't stop. Your future self will thank you. What about learning more? Spend 1% of your day, about 14 minutes, studying finance. Read about stocks, crypto, or behavioral economics. In the U.S., markets shift fast, and staying sharp is key. I started with short videos and blogs. Now I know how to grow my money. You don't need to be an expert, just curious. The 1% rule takes you from beginner to confident, step by step. Think of your dream. Maybe a house, a car, or freedom to travel. The 1% rule is your map. Picture waking up stress-free, with money working for you. That's real and doable. If you're young, it's your shot at independence. If you've got a family, it's the security they deserve. I believe in you because I've been there. Small steps bring big wins. Temptations will come. Friends invite you out. Ads tempt you. The 1% rule protects you. Before spending, ask, does this help me grow 1%? If not, save it. In the U.S., consumerism is strong, but you're stronger. I learned to say no to silly purchases, and it changed my life. You can too. Control your money, don't let it control you. Here's an inspiring story. I met Mike, 30, a dad, always in the red. He used the 1% rule, cut small expenses like snacks, and invested $20 a month. In 3 years, he had $2,000 and started an online business. Today, he supports his family better. The 1% rule turned his life around. It can help you, whether it's escaping debt or dreaming big. Protect your progress. Emergencies happen. Car breaks down, medical bill pops up. In the US, this is common. The 1% rule prepares you. Save 1% more for an emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months of expenses. Start small, maybe $10 a week. I did this, and when trouble hit, I was ready. This brings peace and keeps your plan on track. You're one step from changing your life. So, what did you think? The 1% rule is simple. Save 1%, invest 1%, grow 1%. Avoid traps, boost your gains. You don't need $1,000 to start, just action. Like the video if this is helping. In the next part, we'll explore how to keep this pace and build a solid future. You're in control. Let's keep this journey going. Now that you're speeding up, the challenge is keeping the pace. The 1% rule is like a marathon. It's not about sprinting, but moving forward. Consistency is everything. Keep tweaking 1% of your spending, saving 1% more, investing 1% more. Life happens, bills, surprises, temptations, but if you commit, you'll see results. I've had tough months, but staying focused got me further. You can do this, and I'm here to help. Reassess your spending regularly. Each month, check where your money goes. Maybe you overspend on nights out or subscriptions. Cut 1% and redirect to savings or investments. In the US, living costs are high, but small changes matter. Cooking at home once a week might save $20. Seems little, but it adds up. It's like building a wall. Each brick counts. Your financial wall is getting stronger. Investing is your growth engine. If you've started with ETFs, consider diversifying. Look at dividend funds, which pay a little extra income from your investment. Start with 1% of what you have. If it's $500, invest $5 more. Research safe options, like S&P 500 funds. I began small and watched my money grow. It's not fast, but it's real. If you're young, time's on your side. Start now. If the budget's tight, adjust. The 1% rule is flexible. Can't invest? Focus on saving. Got debt? Pay 1% more. In the US, many face student loans or mortgages. I know the pressure, I've been there. But each step brings you closer to freedom. Imagine not worrying about bills. You're building that 1% at a time. Stay focused, don't quit. Learning is your superpower. Spend 1% of your day, about 15 minutes, on finance. Read about trends like crypto or AI in markets. In the US, these are hot. A book, a podcast, 15 minutes a day. It shifts your mindset. I learned this way and started thinking like the wealthy. No degree needed, just curiosity. It opens doors to earn and invest better. Think of your goals. A trip to Miami, a house, financial peace. The 1% rule is the path. Picture your future. Waking up stress-free, knowing your money works for you. That's real and reachable. If you're young, it's your chance at independence. If you've got a family, it's the security they need. I believe in you because I've been where you are. Small steps lead to big wins. Temptations, they'll hit. Friends call you out, ads lure you. The 1% rule shields you. Before spending, ask, does this grow me 1%? If not, save it. In the US, consumerism's big, but you're bigger. I learned to skip dumb buys, and it changed my life. You can too. Control your money, don't let it control you. Stories inspire, so here's one. Sarah, 25, an American, worked at a coffee shop, living on the edge. She used the 1% rule, saved $10 a week, invested in an ETF. In 5 years, she had $3,000 and took a coding course. Today, she earns well and lives better. The 1% rule set her free. It can free you, whether it's escaping debt or building a legacy. Keep the pace, but be kind to yourself. Mistakes happen. Overspend 1 month, adjust the next. The 1% rule is about progress, not perfection. I've stumbled, but got back on track. You can too. Keep saving, investing, learning. Your financial life is like a garden. Tend it 1% a day, and it blooms. You're almost there. Ready for the next level? The 1% rule is your foundation. Now, let's lock it in and plan the future of your dreams. You're in control. Save 1%, invest 1%, grow 1%. The American dream is within reach. Let's hit the final part and seal the plan for your financial freedom. We're at the finish line, and now it's time to build your plan. The 1% rule is your tool. Save 1%, invest 1%, improve 1%. Start today. Grab a notebook, track your spending, see where to cut 1%. Maybe it's that daily soda or a forgotten subscription. Redirect that to savings. In the US, emergencies are common, and a $50 cushion already protects you. I started there, and the peace it brings is amazing. You're one step away. Invest in your future. Start small, $10, $50, whatever works. Use apps like Robinhood or Fidelity, big in the US, and invest in ETFs. The 1% rule guides you. Bump it up 1% when you can. Compound interest is your ally. Invest $50 a month at 7%, and in 20 years, you could have tens of thousands. Seems far, but every day counts. If you're young, this is gold. Older? It's security. Mindset is everything. Think like the wealthy. They plan, invest, persist. The 1% rule shifts your head. Instead of, I'll never get out of this hole, think, I'm building my future. I changed this way and saw results. You've felt the weight of bills? I know it. But you can turn it around. Believe in yourself because I do. Small actions take you big places. Set clear goals. Want to ditch debt? Save for a house? Travel to Vegas? Write it down. The 1% rule helps. Move 1% toward it. Be patient, but active. Wealth doesn't come overnight. In the US, the American dream takes work, but it's possible. The 1% rule is your map. Save, invest, learn. I've messed up, spent too much, but adjusted and moved on. You can too. If you fall, get up and improve 1%. Your financial road has curves, but each one gets you closer. Stay focused. Think of the impact. If you're young, picture independence. Living alone, traveling. If you've got a family, picture security. A home, school for the kids. The 1% rule builds this. In the US, many start from zero and win. You're next. I was where you are, and now I live better. You don't need $1,000 now, just action. Start small, grow big. Obstacles? They'll come. Bills, surprises, doubts. The 1% rule prepares you. Save 1% more for emergencies, pay 1% more on debt. I faced this and won. You will too. Imagine sleeping knowing you're in control. It's real and it's yours. Commit to 1% today and your future shifts. You've got this. Your plan is simple. Tweak 1% of spending, save 1%, invest 1%. Repeat. Use tools, apps, books, videos. In the US, markets offer options, from ETFs to online courses. I started small and grew. You can too. Whether it's climbing out of debt or building wealth, the 1% rule is the way. You're ready to change your life. Close your eyes. Picture a life without financial stress. Savings in place, investments growing, dreams coming true. The 1% rule gets you there. I believe in you because I've been where you are. Start today, 1% at a time. If you've made it this far, comment, I'm ready to win. When I see it, I'll drop a heart because I know you're on the path to financial freedom. You have the power. The 1% rule is your weapon. Save, invest, grow 1% each day. The American dream is yours. Start now. Never look back. I'm with you on this journey. Let's build your future together.